Yo, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another gameplay video. This time we've got myself on the left playing Towa. Few people asked for some Towa gameplay, so here we are. On the right, we've got Danny Wynn playing Broly HoM Mastery, pretty similar to what you saw in the video against Dende AOD the other day. You can see actually we're playing the same sleeves as two of my decks, but yeah, kind of funny. So guys, while we're getting the shuffling and cutting out of the way, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can stay updated with awesome Dragon Ball Super content that I do post here. And if you want to build any of the decks you see posted here or on the game here, make sure to use my link to TCG Player in the description below. So let's see if we can get a little bit of insight as to what we're keeping in the mulligan. Looks like Danny's gonna throw back the one of Cold Bloodlust. Not super huge in this matchup in my opinion, so I think that's totally fine. I think the one card I keep is a Time Regulator Vegeta. I don't exactly remember though, and I didn't get a chance to see it. But we'll see what we get off the rips here. Oh, I kept the one Mira for a turn 1 play. Okay. I believe it is I that is going first, so I get a little bit of extra advantage ahead of him in terms of energy, and I get to rip one out of his hand. That can be pretty solid. So using the leader effect, milling 3 Miras, not exactly what you want to see. And we add Mira Assault from the Skies. I've been talking about this card a lot lately in Brad Brown's Mira video, in my Patreon article from last week. This card has just been performing so well, and actually in this game, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I believe towards the end of the game, the card is incredibly good. So back to Danny. He's gonna attack lead. And I'm just going to take that one. So against a more aggressive version like this build is, I will probably start comboing out of some of the small Broly swings because the 15Ks are a bit more difficult to swing out of. Towa is kind of like a defensive control deck. And wow, look at Danny there playing 3 Successor. Yeah, so Towa is a control defensive deck, but it's only defensive against like really big boss monsters. It's not particularly defensive against like Weenie Rush. So comboing out of the small 10Ks with like your cantrips is pretty beneficial compared to like trying to super combo out of your 15K swings when you don't always have the super combos. And I do play the cantrip variant. I do play like Dende's, Kami's, Kurnoa's, not Kurnoa's, but you know what I mean, things like that. Instead of the skillless variant. I'm not really sold on the skillless variant yet. I've tried it. It feels underwhelming, but here we are. So revealing off the top 5, a big Mira, Creator Absorbed. I really don't like to take those, like especially because I already have one in my energy. Like if I haven't seen a single one yet, I won't have a problem taking it and just like charging it next turn, but I don't really want to remove it from the deck, especially if I can't get Vegeta Regulator online. So Toki going into the deck, just grabbing really any cantrip at this point, just to cycle and draw cards. We'll grab the Kai blocker. That's a 1 of in my deck. Not hugely in love with it because it is a 0 combo. If it wasn't a 0 combo, it'd be really good. But I am curious why Bandai decided to do that. But regardless, we've got the Kami. We'll draw 1. We're a little bit behind schedule because we don't have the time regulator, but that's okay. Got to try and make the best out of a bad situation no matter what game you play. So Mira making him pitch another card. Wants to take a quick look at my Warp. 3 5-drop Miras in Warp. That's pretty tough to deal with. That's pretty rough, but I think I have the 4th one in my hand if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I mean, you got to play out of these bad situations, right? You can't go into every matchup expecting your curve to hit. And I'm still convinced that self-mill in Dragon Ball is not great. You know, milling your own good cards doesn't feel good a lot of the time. But, you know, it's Towa is a very strong deck. I mean, once you start getting the mirror chain off, it's really strong. So I believe we're going back to Danny's turn. And I am just not aggressing him. Like, I don't want him to get, you know, cards for free. If I had crit ways to aggro him, like the SS3 Trunks, I would probably go in for that. But otherwise, I just don't want him to be able to, quote-unquote, pop off yet. The only way he's going to really do any damage with Heightened Mastery is if he has a Victory Strike. And other than that, I don't want him to awaken and get a very big push turn yet. So Danny's going to pitch the Source of Power off of the Bardock. Grandpa into 2-drop Goku. Kind of shiny. Sorry for the glare, guys. So that's a 15K at my leader. I think at this point, I'm kind of regretting not comboing out of the leader swing, but I do have the 1 super combo for the 15K. That 20K is pretty much forcing through. Danny just dropping the Grandpa and passing turn, being energy efficient. He doesn't really need the blocker at this point, especially because I'm only on 3 energy. But I do think I have like the SS3 Trunks in my hand now that I want to drop, and I'm not going to drop it because of the blocker. I don't think he's really threatened by anything to drop the blocker, but he wants to be just maximum energy efficient. So next turn, if anything, he can just swap for free. And that's 2 super combos milled. That never feels good. That never feels good. But I do have the regulator in hand now, so that's pretty solid. We'll see what the play is. So regulator, finally gonna start gaining some more advantage. The third Mira to rip a third card out of his hand. Oh, and he dropped something on mine. Dang it, Danny. He's gonna drop the cooler. Draw one off of the Vegeta. Mira into Mira. Free resources, am I right? Yeah, the Vegeta making that Mira a draw one and then swinging with it to get rid of the Goku, that's just super good. If you understand card advantage, that's super good in card economy, card advantage. And my hand is looking a lot of a nice size larger than Danny's. So he's gonna swing. Do I finally combo out of it? Let's see. That would be pretty good if I did. Yep, finally we're gonna combo the Dende out of that swing. Don't want to go too far low now. Source of power. That's getting hard casted for 3. That's a big boy. So I'll be able to awaken this turn, put a lot of pressure on. So 20k at my 5 life. Looks like we're just taking that one. And now we got the negate for the next swing of it. Getting the Toki Toki back. That turns into any cantrip that I need. You do got to be careful when you're doing that, guys. When you're power bursting and taking 1-drops out of your warp, make sure that you don't mess up your warp count. You know what I mean? Make sure you don't go too far low. I mean, for a lot of your plays, you need 10 in warp. So just make sure you're being conscious of that. Leader Awaken, restand himself. So he could have either restood the Source of Power here or the Leader. Source of Power is more threatening, but the Leader gets him more card draw. And I still agree that the Leader is a fine choice here. I think the card draw is more important. And he's either digging or he's trying to force his damage through for whatever reason. So he's finally got the Shen. Get some card draw going. 1, 2. Now the Roshi Shen, according to my teammate Marcus, I've seen it too, it's really helpful in Towa matchup. A lot of times Towa can be a more difficult matchup because of the hand control, but the Roshi Shen combo definitely helps, but seeing it a bit too late kind of stinks. Danny debating on what the play is. Swapping into the Geen. More and more pressure coming my way here. So he's going to super combo that one. That's a 25k swing. And yeah, I believe the Source of Power is supposed to be tapped. That's why he had to switch it around real quick. So 25k. We've got 20. 25. And 30k. So I did not want to take that damage because, you know, anything with a double strike is pretty threatening. Don't have a negate for it, and I don't have many super combos. So now the card advantage in hand is really starting to turn around. So he's going to go Bardock in at lead. If you can't see it, sorry for the glare. I am at 3. He's got 1 energy available. So he could potentially do something here, but to get another attacker on board, it would require him to pay an energy in some way, most likely. And I believe he's already used his leader restand. Yeah, he has used it this turn. So he's going to combo the Champa into the swing, put me to 1. And now, me playing this game, I'm imagining he's trying to set me up for the Mira Creator Absorb next turn. Because all he has to do is survive. And then I'm pretty much dead to a Mira. You know, unless I have the negate, that Mira is guaranteed killing me. So at this point, I'm pretty much reading he can't kill me. So I do just take the 2 damage. And now going back to my turn, what I'm thinking here is, well, I have the Kami. I can get rid of his board. But I'm at 1 life, so if I do that, I'm pretty sure I just die. So I believe I transitioned my brain into let's try and kill him this turn. I believe that's like 6 in my drop. That's going to put it to 9, I believe. Adding the D-Banisher Fu. Now he's tapped out, only has 2 in drop, so I'm reading this in this situation and saying, wow, okay, so he's really defenseless. I think killing him is going to be the play here. So that's a new Mira from the draft box. Mira saw from the skies, draws 1, gets me an energy back on his turn. using the leader effect to give him critical. Well, actually, first I'm resolving the Vegeta. Now I'm awakening. And now I'll use my leader effect to give that mirror crit. So I declare an attack here. Looking through his warp. This is an attack on his leader, by the way. 30k double strike crit. But I believe I'm going to take it back. Guys, don't kill me in the comments. This is a testing game after all. We're trying to figure out some of the new draft box stuff. But yes, we're taking back the swing. There's actually a more optimal play here. The more optimal play is actually doing the mirror unit absorb first. And I don't want to swing with the mirror. I don't want to give him the opportunity to get Sparking 5. I want to just go right to the hand rip. And then I want to force this damage through with the mirror assault from the skies. And then just swing with the creator absorb for game. Because if he has 1 life, there's no shot that he can negate the swing. So that's kind of what my thought process is here. Make him rip the 3 first. And I actually got a lot of cards back from this recent turn, so that's pretty good. Yeah, tapping out for the mirror assault from the skies is so good because you get that energy back. It's so insane. Now we're just comboing everything into the assault from the skies. So that's 50k, 60k, 70, 80, I believe. So he super combos into nothing really, and he's going to take the double strike crit, and the Mira is going to go in for game afterwards. And that was a really sticky situation. I really thought I was going to die there. Seeing a lot of my Miras out of the deck, that wasn't good, but he made the decision to tap out. We talked about the game afterward, and he just, completely decided that, yeah, he shouldn't have chomped that Bardock swing there. He wasn't even really trying to set me up for the Mira. He just wanted to be maximum energy efficient, and that kind of nipped him in the butt because he did need the energy for the negate. Would have been a little bit different though, because I would have had a bunch of extra swings, so it could have been either way if he didn't chompa the Bardock there. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the analysis, found it a little bit helpful, insightful. If you did, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.